Hello Exiles, this is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to go over how I've been making gold in the Settlers of Kalgor League, and just my general farming setup currently before I switch from my Molten Strike Slayer to a Frostblades character. I don't know if I'm going to go Warden or the good old reliable Trickster. I know Zish did a Warden, so I'll have to check out his videos to see how that kind of played out. But yeah, I'm going to go over kind of my understanding on how to get gold. I've gotten a decent amount of it. I've got most of my city pretty close to maxed at this point. And that was, I finally got the virus. So I'm kind of recovering from that. So my voice might be a little rough right now. But yeah, my current setup, my Atlas tree looks like this. It's just map sustain with singular force or singular focus. And then mostly other than that, it's like all the quantity, some of the map stuff like invasive adversaries, and then a lot of abyss stuff, and basically blocking off anything that isn't abyss currently. I don't have all of my points yet. My current map completion is 103, and I only have the 2 watchstones currently. I've kind of been focusing a little bit more on the league mechanic than I have been on progression, because I didn't have time to really do both as much as I'd like. I don't think this is the best farming method. I think there are better ones, but I'd already invested in the scarabs, and it's been working out okay. A lot of times it works out to between 12 and 18,000 gold per map. It is a somewhat longer farm. So this is an underground sea. You could do underground sea, anything with a lot of mob density, underground sea, and where you can easily get to the boss very quickly and kill it without killing much else. So the other one that's really good for this is Jungle Valley. So I would say, or Dunes. Dunes is alright too. I don't actually know if Dunes is even in this league. I forgot if it's in it. I think it is. Anyway, so I'm going to do this underground sea. It is a bit rippy, and I have, extra map effect, so the minus res and the fizz's lightning is going to hurt a lot, but that's okay. We'll hopefully we'll be okay. So yeah, the scarab setup I have are monstrous lineage for increased magic pack size, abyss scarab for an extra abyss, the Scarab of Adversaries with 4 additional packs with mirrored rare monsters, and Scarab of Multitudes, which gives Abyss's 75% increased monsters. I'll explain a little bit more about why I'm running these specific Scarabs afterwards. But yeah, I'm just going to quick do the map. I might not talk as much as I normally would just because my throat hurts. But yeah, the very first thing I'm going to do is kind of start rushing through to find the boss. The boss in Underground Sea is always in one of 2 places. It's either up here in like the northwestern portion, which it is this time, or it's like the east or southeast area. So I'm going to just pop in here and take down the boss real quick. And pop my tincture. Oop, getting chilled. I guess I could turn on my chill and freeze immunity. There you go. Okay. So got that taken care of, and now I can do the rest of the map. So now I go out here, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to look for altars. So this is also an altar farming method, and specifically I'm going to be looking for stuff that gives I'm going to look for the quantity ones. Quantity is very important. Quantity and pack size are kind of the 2 things to look out for here. Oop, I want to be picking up scarabs. My motor skills aren't very good. I've died a lot more just because I've got a bit of the brain fog going. So I've died quite a bit the last couple of days, unfortunately. I keep getting really close to leveling and then dying a few times because I get frustrated. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I am a little better off defensively now because I've got a lot of spell block now too. I've got 39 spell block. I've got, with counting the lucky spell suppression, I've gotten pretty close to maxed out on that too. I gotta be careful of this thing. It is Soul Eater and it's getting pretty big. And I'm not doing a lot of damage to it. What else has it got? Okay, there you go. That thing was a pain. Okay, so there is an abyss down here. I'm going to try not to trigger it. Try to kind of hug around the walls here. There you go. I'm going to save the abysses for last. Now, one of the things to note that I'll talk a little bit more about later is that the league mechanics seem to give less gold. I think the monsters have like a multiplier where they don't give as much gold as ones that are spawned naturally on the map. So that is something to make note of. It's going to be pretty important. I'm not getting a lot of altars here, so a little bit unlucky on this one, so it's not going to be as juicy as, you know, sometimes you get just like a couple of altars and sometimes you get, you know, a ton of altars. It's just a bit random, but it is what it is. I hit record and I get one altar so far, unless I missed one, which is possible because brain is still not operating on full capacity. Plus I have some cough syrup in me, which probably isn't helping that matter. Alrighty. But yeah, as you can see, the blue packs in particular tend to give a good amount of gold. Already have 8,000, haven't even done like a majority of the stuff I need to do, and without quantity as well. So pumping out gold really quick here. The other thing that's important, and I'll show you right here, is you want to upgrade your miners to max as soon as possible. It's relatively cheap compared to a lot of the other stuff. I think it's only like 40k or something gold wise, plus some materials, which are pretty easy to get in order to get it. And every time you clear one of these out, you'll get bonus gold, which I'll try to show. Where are you? Did I clear it already? Oh, there's still somebody here. Where'd they all go? Oh, these run away. There you go. Yeah, I got 959 gold for clearing that. Yeah, sometimes those things... Oh, I need to stay away from the explosions. Sometimes those things just run away. Alright, cool. So now I get blind too. That's pretty nice. Alright. Check out up here. Nothing up here. Try to be pretty thorough. Still haven't gotten another altar. Real bad luck. I do have all the altar, you know, stuff, the increased chance and whatnot, but just not my map, I guess. Alright. What are my resists actually at? I don't even know. 63. That's not that bad. Not great either. I'm picking up too much crap. I don't need all this stuff. Alright, I'll kill this essence mob real quick and then we'll get on to the other stuff. There we go, grab the remnant. Alright, so now, ideally, at this point, you would have a bunch of altars giving quantity. Currently already over 1,200 gold. You're gonna get a lot less gold from these, but the quantity does help with that. Because league mechanics seem to have some sort of negative multiplier. But it's hard to... Oh, wow. Okay. I stood on something that exploded. Okay. Boy. I don't need to be picking everything up. But here I am. I'm gonna do it anyway. should be playing Delirium, because I am delirious IRL. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, and just do all these. Yeah, you can see that the amount of gold you get from these without additional quantity, but there are a lot of rares, and oh, there it goes. It was bound to happen. Bound to happen. Okay. Go back in. Could have sold the 6 links to make room, but I'm probably not going to finish that abyss now. Don't think I'll make it in time. Oh, yeah, these tight quarters can be pretty dangerous. Yeah, it ended up closing up, caught up with it. Okay, well, I got 3 more, so it's fine. These are also really good experience if you don't die. Excellent experience with all the rare and magic monsters, but I have been dying quite a lot, so like it's difficult to look. Probably help if I could play the game without the minimap on, which I need it. I've been doing that since Diablo 2. You know, back in the day, early 2000s or whatever. I always would press tab and put the minimap on. I did stand in the explosion. I must have just blocked a bunch of them. Alright. Let's get out of that. Yeah, and this is another really tight one, so I gotta be careful. Try not to stand directly on top of AoE stuff. That's gonna kill me. That'd be cool. Grab this amethyst ring. Could be nice. Alright, and we get our Abyssal Trove, and Abyssal Troves will often have gold too. I got 439 from that. So it looks like I'm probably, with these last 2, gonna get like 1,500 or so gold. We'll see what it comes out to. One of the other things you can do is there's another Abyss Scarab that makes it so that for each like line or whatever, the little snaky lines between them, you get a bunch of hordes that go through, and it seems like almost all of those drop gold. It's not usually a ton, it's like 100 or something, but there are so many of them that if you want to go through and do that, it probably adds up to like 3,000 or 4,000 more gold in any given fight. Boy, that's a lot of rares. I can't see what's going on. That's okay, I'll just spam all my buttons and it'll work itself out. Nope, never mind. Twice. I knew this map was gonna be rippy though, so... lightning stuff. Also, the way my build works, it's like I occasionally just get hit, but I don't have enough evasion yet, so like my going almost infinite as far as not getting hit with attacks isn't open yet. Like most of the time my evasion is only around 10,000. I'm looking for it to be at least 20,000 if not more, but yeah, currently I have not quite pushed it to that level. I'm still using the exact same body armor because I've been stubbornly trying to 6-link my own self-crafted body armor that I have. Alright. Just made over 1,500. And honestly, if you're looking for pure gold, just like spamming... Wow. That was me not paying any attention. Woo! Curses, and I'm already being cursed by the map. Oop. Yep, right into it. Oh, that's a corpse detonation. That's what that was. Alright, try to focus a little bit more here. Okay. Yeah, this will be another nice thing about Frostblades. This kind of situation will be a lot safer because I'll just be freezing everything all the time. So I won't really have to worry about, you know, having to, well, I won't have to worry about a lot of anything because everything will be frozen. And our little pocket here is just in a corner, and it looks like, okay, we just barely got it in time. It was almost caught up. All right, so let's see what this ends up working out to. I don't think these guys are likely to drop any. So yeah, that was pretty rough, but over 1,500 gold. Like I said, I've gotten usually I've gotten over 1,800 or 18,000 before. You could probably get a lot more than that if your shrines line up. Mine, I just didn't get any really. So, a little bit unfortunate this time, but that is that. I'm using a lot of the same gear, this item level 49 gloves that I've had on since Act 5. I just haven't bothered changing them. Still using the same body armor I was using last time. Still using this Elevore I found way back in the day. I do have some other, like some new jewelry and stuff, but this ring I found in the last video. Still using the same bell timber blades. Got a new Stygian Vice. Got a jewel in here. I'm using Ward, which helps against one-shots, so basically the build stacks armor, or evasion, and it stacks evasion and block, and I figured Ward would probably help, especially once I got spell block going, which I finally got going because of this Black Mastery, going up into Swagger and picking up this Black Mastery, and then getting Versatile Combatant. So now spell block is 39, which is pretty good. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm using Prismatic Tincture instead of the Rage one now. This one has 26% melee weapon attack speed. I think it's 25 as, or 19 as a baseline, but it has the increased effect, and I am going to put quality on it as well. So I might try to re-roll that so it doesn't have the increased mana burn rate, because it doesn't always last that long unless there's like a million things around me to leech off constantly, but that's okay. Anything else here? Oh, yeah, I was going to explain everything as far as how the actual gold generation works. So, best way to get gold is quantity and pack size. White mobs seem to have a very low chance of giving gold. I would say maybe like 2 to 5% at most. Blue mobs seem to have a much higher, maybe 30-40% or so. Excuse me. Rare mobs seem to be almost guaranteed to drop it, as well as uniques. I would say maybe rare mobs have like an 80%, and then uniques seem to always drop gold, basically, is pretty much what I get. And that's for the regular natural mobs that spawn on the map. As far as extra league content, it seems there's like some sort of deduction or reduction. Like the blue mobs I was killing there, I'd get gold here and there, and even with the rares I'd get it here and there from the abysses, but it's not nearly at the rate you get it from killing the regular map mods. I believe this is true for everything else. It seemed to be the case for Legion, which I farmed previously as well, before I did Abyss. So the best way to scale quantity and pack size is just the map modifier effect. You can quality your maps, just chisel them, but also On top of that, and regular chisels. There are chisels that do other things, and those are nice too, but regular chisels for farming gold. And although I think there's a pack size chisel too, I forget if that's the case. Excuse me, boy. Talking's a lot rougher than I thought. So yeah, you want to get as much of these as possible. There's a lot of it on here. Like you can just click here and you can see like there's this chiseled perfection with all of that there. There's all of these on the top up here. There's mounting modifiers, which I don't have, which is down here. I still have points to get, so I'll probably grab that. I think that would be more efficient. Yeah, that's going to be more efficient than grabbing these map modifier pieces up here. I think I was going for Chittering Champions, but I think I'm going to buy Scarabs, so I think I am going to go up towards mounting modifiers. I've heard things like Strongbox and Shrines are very good for gold farming too. I don't know if the mobs spawned by those count as native to the map and therefore have a higher gold drop rate. That's just what I've heard, but this does seem to get the job done. You know, most people are getting like whatever 8k in tier 16 maps, so you can get like twice that much. Now, is it going to be better to just Alk and go and blast and do a map much faster than that, or maybe blast but only use Scarab, like only use these generic Scarab like Adversaries and Monstrous Lineage? There's probably some other good ones you could use. I don't know what these Hunted Traders are, and I don't know if Scarab of Divinity would like any of these kinds of things. There might be better methods, but this one seems to work well enough. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. It's a decent way to fund all of your town building and stuff. You need a lot of gold towards once you get towards the end. You know, it starts costing tens of thousands per hour just to run your camp. So sometimes you gotta be pumping a lot into it, and a lot of the building upgrades cost a lot. I've even taken to just like letting my disenchanting go down once I have a few 100,000, because you know I only use like 1,000 at a time while shipping anyway. It's kind of inefficient to go much higher than that, so that's kind of what I've been doing in order to, and I don't always have my mappers going either, although they seem to be pretty good, honestly. I get pretty decent loot from the mappers, so I might try to focus on a different, better strategy if I can find one, so I can keep everything chugging along. I hope you enjoyed. This was longer than I intended it to be. I'll be back with a Frostblades character next, so this has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I'll see you next time. Bye.